And here we are, back with more Ring of Honor and TEW. Again, not really the best of shows lined up here, but we do move some stories along. And yeah, let's see how it goes. But first, we need to select the venue. It doesn't seem like we're going to be dropping a lot of numbers despite signing Randy Orton, so that seems to be okay. Let's see, we'll go with the Southeast. When was the last time that we were there? December, sure. We're going to use just a generic venue there. Why not? Pack as many people in as possible. And we can run the show. So, first of all, we have a qualification match for the Elite 8 tournament. We start off with Cody Rhodes going up against Grado. We get a 71 rated in-ring performance for Grado and a 47 rated performance for a 71 rated in-ring performance for Cody Rhodes and a 47 in-ring performance rated at 40 for Grado. Drew Galloway versus Grado storyline has advanced. Actually starts with this one. Gets the match crowder and the hot. It gets the crowd hot. Sorry, and the show is off to a strong start. But in a decent match, Cody Rhodes defeats Grado in 12 minutes by pinfall after hitting the crossroads, and this is after Drew Galloway distracts Grado, and then after the match in a 52. By the way, that was a 66 rated match, which isn't too bad. Then we move on to a 52 rated segment as Drew Galloway attacks Grado and Grado sustains a cut hand, so I guess that's good to show how brutal it was, I guess you could say. And yeah, Drew Galloway just kicks his shit in. By the way, 4,200 people, so the same as the last event, even though it is in a different area, but still. But yeah, Drew Galloway just kicks his shit in, gives him a few big boots here and there. I guess, he puts his hand onto the steel steps and stomps on it multiple times, and that's how he cuts his hand there. Maybe Grado just botched a blade job. Maybe. But yeah, then Drew Galloway picks up the mic and he's kind of like, he's fuming. He is absolutely fuming. And, he's sort of like, he's kind of like, I'm fuming that Grado, of all people, got a qualification spot in the Elite 8 tournament, yet I was left out. I know I would have won that match. I know I would have qualified. I know I would have won that tournament. But Grado gets chosen ahead of me. I am not going to stand for this. And, Nigel McGuinness, the commissioner, stands up from the commentary booth and gets a mic, and he says, I understand why you're annoyed, but there was a reason why Grado was in there. Grado attracts audiences. He makes audiences feel good with his comedy style. But I can understand you being upset, but there's no need for this. So, at the anniversary show coming up in the next couple of weeks, you and Grado will go one-on-one as Grado looks to defend his honor. So, that is Drew Galloway versus Grado. Another match at the end. It won't be a great match, but Drew Galloway will be put over very well in that match, and he can make Grado look a lot better. And you know what? If Drew Galloway can put in a 80+ rated performance, it could drag up the quality of that match, and Grado's pop could go up as a result. So Grado versus Drew Galloway versus Grado in a grudge match. So we go into the I know that, buddy. So we go into the next segment, which is Adam Page versus Colt Cabana versus Chris Sabin in a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. So Chris Sabin defeats both Adam Page and Colt Cabana in 11 minutes 23 seconds when Chris Sabin defeats Colt Cabana after he gets the pin, whenever he gets the pinfall after he hits a Future Shock. Chris Sabin carried that match very, very good indeed. Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGuinness have pretty good chemistry when calling matches together. This match got the crowd hotter. 62 rated in-ring performance for Adam Page, 64 for Colt Cabana, but it's an 83 for Chris Sabin. And this is, of course, the qualification match for the number one contender. The number one contenders match for the World TV title. So we can put that into the anniversary show now, that Noam Dar will be defending his title up against Chris Sabin. Who do we go over? That is the question here. Who do we have go over? Do we upset Chris Sabin by not having him go over? Do we end Noam Dar's relatively short reign as the champion? But you know, it's a reign nonetheless, and he is a mid-carder, so putting Chris Sabin over him, it will do him no harm at all, and Noam Dar can then focus on his maybe we put him into the tag team scene, but we will definitely have another match in there. That's if we put Chris Sabin over. You know, I'm still debating in my head, and I will be debating in my head who we put over up until I book that match officially. But this is the match so far, and this is the match card so far. Now we do need to put in a tag team championship match at some point, and I'm not sure who we're going to have. You know, our tag team division isn't the best, and we do need to strengthen it up. So that is something that we will need to focus on over the next couple of months. But right now, with everything going on, it's not the time to do that. But we do move on to an 81 minute match as Kota Ibushi goes up against James Storm. Now, this is a match with superb wrestling and great heat. Kota Ibushi defeats James Storm in 12 minutes 39 seconds by pinfall after Golden Star Press. 81 minute match, of course. Now, the reason why we put this match in here isn't for storyline purposes. It's not to drive forward the storyline. It's to the only reason why I wanted to put this match in here was to get Kota Ibushi over more, because I know I haven't used him as much as what I should be using him, just because those other stories that have to be told. But I really do want Kota Ibushi to go over. He is genuinely one of my favourite wrestlers in real life, and I really want to use him more in this game and put him over more in this game. And the reason why we choose to put him over James Storm is because James Storm's a main eventer, and a huge win against him on TV would be it is fantastic for his career. Now we get an 85 rated in-ring performance and a 94 rated that's for Kota Ibushi, 85 in-ring performance, and then 94 for James Storm. And Kota Ibushi and James Storm have great chemistry, and it showed in their performance. Workout improvements, there is none. So very good match. 81 minutes, as I've probably said multiple times now, but yeah. So then we see a video of Matt Jackson, and he's this is 63 minute by the way, and he's just kind of talking about how he's going to get his revenge on Adam Cole come the anniversary show after he put him out of the blacklist. And really, this is just drive forward that story, because really we should be focusing on it more, but unfortunately with the Elite 8 tournament, that just completely went to the back of my mind, unfortunately. But then we have the main event match of the night. Noam Dar goes up against Mark Briscoe in a match that lasts 12 minutes. Noam Dar defeats Mark Briscoe by submission in a bout that had superb wrestling and pretty damn good heat too. Noam Dar has an in-ring performance of 70 and an 85 rated in-ring performance for Mark Briscoe. Now, the reason why I decided that the reason why I decided that we would have Mark Briscoe go in here and not like Brian Cage, like I said last week, or in the last video, sorry, which was actually only minutes ago. The reason why I had Noam Dar go in here, Brian Cage go in here, sorry, Mark Briscoe go in here instead of Brian Cage, was actually because I want to use Brian Cage's last performance. That's a feelable date in the company because he's here on loan at the anniversary show. So instead of having to loan him again or trade him again, I decided to just put Mark Briscoe into this match, and Noam Dar was the one that was always going to be put over anyway, so why not? Very good match, 76 rated performance. Now, if I was to take a guess, I would say that we are above 70 in terms of our TV rating, so let's see if this is the case. We are 75 and increase our popularity in 23 regions. So before we continue on, because I will forget in that short amount of time, the match card for Elite 8 looks like this. So far anyway, in the quarterfinals, Alex Shelley will go up against Alex Shelley will go up against Kota Ibushi. This should be the match card anyway. Maybe we've changed around some of the the card things. Yeah, that makes sense. Alex Shelley goes up against Kota Ibushi. Jay Lethal goes up against Frankie Kazarian. James Storm will go up against Hansen, and Cody Rhodes will go up against Noam Dar. Now maybe there is a couple sort of the things that we can make different here, but as far as I'm concerned, that is the only real changes to that is what the card will be, and maybe there will be a couple of changes in the way that we structured each of the matches, but all of those 8 competitors will be there, but we will have a look in just a second. So, in case I haven't mentioned it yet, we have signed Randy Orton. Now, it did tell me that we might suffer from that, which hopefully we do not. But we didn't drop. Oh, what above 2 point again? The 2 point rating at 2.05. So I'm happy with that. But we didn't drop any numbers last night in terms of attendance. So. Yeah, Colt Cabana is feeling the effects of a grueling recent schedule and has asked you to take that into account when booking him so he can have time off to recover properly. Grado injured. Grado just sustained a cut hand at last night's Ring of Honor show. So yeah, we haven't really saw any effect in terms of our performance. Of course, I am hoping to break the 500,000 mark with having 2 pay-per-views this. For pay-per-view revenue, that is, since we're going to be having 2 pay-per-views next month. But yeah, our worker becomes toxic after being tainted by a scandal that stays that way for between 6 months and 3 years. While toxic, any company that employs him will have lower attendance levels and sponsorship revenue due to the influence of pressure groups and bad publicity, irrespective of whether he or she is being used on screen. Now, when it says this, the thing is though, whenever I checked the tri-state area, it was saying that we could have 5,200 people go there for attendance. So I mean, it doesn't seem to have affected too much. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. So medical, we need to have a look here. Grado has a cut hand for 6 days. He will be out for. Alex Shelley, you are fatigued and you will be working at the Elite 8. I will need to take that into account, although it shouldn't affect us too much. You have morale issues. Fair enough, you just got beat by a mid-carder. I can understand why you might be upset. There, you're happy now, after I just gave you money. Nigel McGuinness, let's not have you be too unhappy. Let's give you money. You are on screen. A 40 figure, of course. Right, so that will do. I need to get you a client, but I can't be bothered right now. So, pre-booking. Right, no, we are going to change this about. Cool. Right, okay, I don't know why I booked it in that order. Let's see, show history. We need to check, 3 weeks ago, I think we put on the first qualification match. Maybe not, maybe it was 1 week. Jerry, if we defeated Cabana, that was a match, wasn't it? Yes, it was. And then Alex Shelley should have defeated. Right, you see, that's why we ended up pairing those two together. Okay, so that's okay, I can. And then Kota Ibushi defeated Matt Jackson, so that would mean that he would go up against the winner of the next match, which would have been Hansen. Yes. Okay. You see, if we book it differently, wait 2 seconds. Let me just get a recap of everything that's happened. The next match would have been then Frankie Kazarian versus BJ Whitmer, which was 2 weeks ago, I believe. James, yes, it was. So that would be Frankie Kazarian versus James Storm then. So if we move this about, we can make it more appropriate for storyline purposes. So if we go maybe say pre-booking and we delete these bookings, I can make this look more appropriate for storyline purposes. Okay, so Alex Shelley and Kota Ibushi, we can just stick them both in there. Not really any storyline there behind that, so there's no point in really focusing on their story here. So they can go up against each other. To Kota Ibushi. And whether he wins or not, going up against Alex Shelley and getting a high rated match will do Kota Ibushi wonders for him. So yeah, that can go in there. Then we would have Jay Lethal again. No reason really to no story between Jay Lethal and Frankie Kazarian, so we could just stick them both in there together. So Jay Lethal, Frankie Kazarian, and also this won't do Frankie Kazarian much harm being beat by a main offender, because I'm not going to put him over on Jay Lethal, and but it will help him with pop possibly, because of it's going to be a high rated match. Whatever, we'll just stick it in anyway. So that's going to be in the quarterfinal, another quarterfinal match. Then we can go with, well, we had that tag team storyline with James Storm and Hansen, so if we put in James Storm and Hansen together, then that can sort of, we're putting in the sort of bad blood between Beer Money and War Machine in there, so why not do that? That just makes sense. And then we can go with then that would be Cody Rhodes and Noam Dar, and the how that makes sense is with the whole flippy shit thing. So Cody Rhodes versus Noam Dar. And you know what, if we were to put Cody Rhodes over here, again this is something that I would debate up to the last seconds before I book the match officially. If Cody Rhodes goes over here, then he can get a title match, quite possibly, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, okay, so then we will have the winner of Kota Ibushi and Alex Shelley go up against JD from Frankie Kazarian. It's a match. So then, and then the winner of James Storm and Hansen will go up against the winner of Cody Rhodes and Noam Dar. That is how we're going to be booking that event. I'm happy enough with that. So first of all, now what we want to do is we are going to go ahead and auto push our roster. And now we will have a roster overview. Okay, so main event is James Storm, Mark Briscoe, Drew Galloway, Adam Cole and Bobby Roode. Alex Shelley has dropped out of the main event scene. We will want to maybe build him up and put him back in there at some point. Upper mid carders then, we have Brian Cage, who doesn't really count, Chris Sabin, Hansen, Randy Orton, who is somebody we will want to build into that main event slot, and Alex Shelley. Then we have mid carders, Colt Cabana, Cody Rhodes, Jay Lethal, Matt Jackson, Noam Dar, Ray Rowe, Frankie Kazarian and Kota Ibushi, who must be getting the upper mid card portion of the card now with that big win that he got. Then we have lower mid carders, who we have Moose, Grado, ACH and Bobby Fish. Our openers is Cedric Alexander, somebody who needs to be treated better, I know, BJ Ripner and Adam Page. Enhancement talents is Cheeseburger and Ethan Gabriel Owens, or as I call him, EGO. Oh my god, we can do a Eagle. We can do a storyline where he has a big eagle, and then that can put him over more. Then our women's division is Nicole Matthews, Mandy Leon, Lou Festo, Beth Phoenix and ODB. Okay there, so we need to move people from the mid card into the upper mid card, and from upper mid card into main event, but I'm happy enough with that there. So let's close that down, and I think that's all we need to have a look at right now. But we will go ahead and stop the recording there. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in the future soon.